Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to all my lovely students. So student, have you take your breakfast today? No? Yes? If yes, good. But if no, I want you to take something to eat. Okay? I want you to eat something before we start our class. And make sure beside you there is water, okay? Okay, let's continue our last chapter, which is quadratic equation. Okay, now I want to recap. Now let's recap our last topic. Okay, I want you to guess where is. Now let's recap our last lesson. What is this? Yes, correct. This is the standard form for quadratic function, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equal to 0. And the highest degree for x is 2, where a is the coefficient of x squared and b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant. And it must equal to 0. Okay? Next, method to solve quadratic equation. We have three methods, which is by factorization, second by quadratic formula, third by completing the square. Next, method to solve quadratic inequalities. We have three, by graph sketching, by number line, by table method. Okay. Next type of roots. We have three different type of root. Number one, the discriminant is b squared minus 4ac equal to 0, which is it has two equal real roots. And the second one, b squared minus 4ac more than 0, which is it has two different real roots. And the last one, b squared minus 4ac more than 0. It has no real roots, but only imaginary roots. Okay, this is the topic that we will learn today. Number one is effect of changes of A, B, and C towards the shape and position of the graph. And in this topic, we will do our first activity. And then second topic is effect of changes of A, H, and K towards the shape and position of the graph. In this topic, we will do our next activity, which is second activity. And the last one is sketching the graph of quadratic function. Okay, let's do our first activity by using the GeoGebra. Okay, the first thing I want you to do right now is I want you to open your wait a minute, okay? Okay, right now I want you to open your Google Chrome or Mozilla or anything else that you can search, okay? Search GeoGebra Classic and you take the first one, okay? Can you get it? Did you get it? Yes? Okay. Okay, the first thing you must do is you add the slider. The first slider. We have three slider, okay? The first slider is A. The minimum is -0 and the maximum is 10. And increment is 1. Same goes to the next slider. B. Minimum also -10, maximum 10. The increment 1. Next slider, C. Also same, negative 10 for minimum and maximum 10 and increment 1. Sorry. Okay. Can you follow? Yes. Okay, next, I want you to input our quadratic function, which is fx equal to x square ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, enter. And okay, can you get it? Okay, can I? Okay, next, for this activity, it will be in by individual. Okay, so each of you will okay, in 10 minutes I will give you 10 minutes. I will give you 10 minutes right now. Start from now. I want you to analyze this graph. What happened if you change the value of A, the value of B, and the value of C? And after that, you must fill in the analysis template that I have shared to you. Okay. Yes, I have shared to you through the WhatsApp. Okay. I want you to fill in this template. You understand? Okay, your 10 minutes start from now. Okay, guys, end of 10 minutes. Okay, for anyone that didn't send me the answer, you can send me to me. Okay, congratulations to the winner. Good job, good job. And then next, I will explain more on effect of changes of A, B, and C towards the shape of position of the graph. A more than 0, it is the graph for A more than 0, where the shape of the graph will be U shape. And for the graph A less than 0, the shape will be in N shape. Okay, N shape. And this is U. Next, the changes in A will affect the shape and width of the graph, but the y-intercept remain unchanged. Then next, for the graph A more than 0, the shape of the graph is in U shape that pass through the minimum point. And when for the graph A less than 0, the shape will be N shape and that pass through maximum point. The next one, when for the graph A more than 0, when A increase, the width will be decreased. And when A decrease, the width will be increased. Okay, next for the graph A less than 0, when A increase, the width of the graph is decreased, and when A decrease, the width will increase. It is directly proportional. Okay, next, the changes in B. The changes in B affect the position of vertex with respect to the y-axis, but the shape of the graph still the same, where there is no changes. Okay, when B equal to 0, the vertex is on the y-axis. For the graph A more than 0, when B more than 0, the vertex on the vertex is on the left side of the y-axis. While if B less than 0, which is in -2, -4, -5, the vertex is on the right side of the y-axis. But for the graph A less than 0, when B more than 0, the vertex is on the right side of y-axis. And when B less than 0, the vertex is on the left side. Okay, the changes in C. The changes in C affect the position of the graph either vertically upwards or vertically downwards. But the graph of the shape of the graph is unchanged. Okay. Next, relationship between the position of the graph and the type of roots. As you know, just now we have three types of discriminant. Where the first one is for b square minus 4ac more than 0, there are two real and different roots. Where in this graph, for this discriminant, the first discriminant, the graph will intersect with 2 points with x-axis. Okay, two different points, which is here and here, here and here. Okay. Next, for discriminant 2, b square minus 4ac equal to 0, where it has two real and equal roots, the graph only touch the x-axis only once, where just like this and like this. Okay, for the last discriminant, b square minus 4ac more than 0, where there is no real root and the graph does not touch the x-axis at any point. Okay, like this and like this. Can you see it? Okay, good. Okay, next, relationship between the vertex form of a quadratic function with the other form of quadratic function. Okay, here we have two different forms. Which the first one is general form and the second one is intercept form. So what is the difference between these two? The first one, the function, the formula is different. The first one for the general form is fx equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. And the vertex for general form is negative b over 2a for the x coordinate, and for the y coordinate it is integrate negative b over 2a, and it is symmetrical at line x equal to negative b over 2a. While for the intercept form, the equation is fx equal to a times with x minus p and x minus q, where p and q is the roots. And the vertex is at p plus q over 2, and for coordinate x and for coordinate y, disintegrate p plus q over 2. And it is symmetrical at line s equal to p plus q over 2. So that is the difference. This is the formula, the unit conversion that you can use in quadratic function, where we have three forms, which is vertex form, general form, and intercept form. If you want to change from vertex form to general form, you can use expansion. Same goes to if you want to change from intercept to general form, you can also use expansion. But for the general form to intercept form, you can use factorization or formula. And if you want to change from general to vertex, you can use copy the square. Okay, next activity. We will do the same activity. I want you to open your GeoGebra just now. Okay, GeoGebra just now. I want you to change the name of this slider, which is, this is also B, but this B changed to H and C changed to K. And this formula, you change it into fx equal to x h minus h x minus h power of 2 power of 2 plus k. K. Okay, I want you I will give you 10 minutes also, and I want you to fill in the template that I give to you. And the first 2% will also get the prize. Okay, your time start from now. You must analyze the graph. Okay, what happened to the graph if the value of A, H, and K change? Okay, what happened to the graph? Analyze, okay? Okay, your time start from now. Well done, well done, well done. Okay, congratulations to Bakis and Hana. Good job, okay guys. Good job also to other students. You did a great job. Okay, don't forget to PM me on WhatsApp and claim your prizes, okay? Hana and Bakis, don't forget. Okay, next I will explain more on effect of changes of A, H, and K towards the shape and position of the graph. Okay, the changes in A. The changes in A affect the shape and width of the graph. For the graph A more than 0, the shape of the graph is U shape that pass through the minimum point. And when for the graph A less than 0, U shape graph being formed that pass through maximum point. While for the graph A more than 0, the graph when A increase, the width will decrease, and when A decrease, the width will increase. While for the graph A less than 0, when A increase, width of the graph will decrease. And when A decrease, y will increase. The axis symmetry and maximum or minimum point value remain unchanged. The changes in H only show the horizontal movement of the graph, where when H more than 0 or increase, the graph will be moved to the right, and when H decrease, which is less than 0, the graph will move to the left. The axis of symmetry position change, but maximum or minimum point value remain the same. The changes in K only show the vertical movement of the graph, where when H increase or more than 0, the graph will be moved upwards, and when H decrease or less than 0, the graph will be moved to the downwards. The axis of symmetry position still the same, but the minimum or maximum point value change. Next, we'll move to the sketching the graph of quadratic function. There are 6 steps to find and sketch the quadratic function. The first step is we must identify the value of A to determine the shape of the graph quadratic function. Either it is the A is negative or positive. Then second, find the value of discriminant, which is b square minus 4ac to determine the position of the graph. We have three discriminant just now, right? And then the third is determine the vertex. Number 4, determine the intersection point on the x-axis by solving the equation of quadratic function, which is fx equal to 0. So you will get the intersection of the x-axis. Number 5, find the value of f0 to determine the y-intercept. And the last one, plot the point obtained on the graph and draw a smooth parabola that is symmetrical at the vertical line passing through the vertex. Next, let's watch some video from the YouTube. Okay.
Let's have a look at how to sketch quadratic graphs by completing a square. A quadratic graph is of the form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a, b, and c stand for numbers. Let's have a go at question 1 here. So it says sketch the graph of y equals x squared plus 12x plus 9. So there are 3 and sometimes 4 key pieces of information to help us sketch a quadratic graph. Let's start by drawing a set of axes. Okay, so the first 2 pieces graph is U or upside down U shaped.
To work out which one it is, you look at the number in front of the x squared, so if you like the a term. If the number in front of the x squared is positive, you draw a U shape, so it's sort of a happy U-shaped graph. If the number in front of the x squared is negative, however, you draw the negative upside down U-shaped graph. So I think it's quite easy to remember because if it's a positive number, you have a positive smiley face. If it's a negative number, you have a negative sad face. So in this case, the number in front of the x squared is 1, it's sort of an invisible 1 here. 1 is positive, so we have a happy U-shaped graph. So we know the shape of the graph is going to be this happy U shape. The second piece of information is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So remember, this is the y-axis here. So we want to know the coordinates of where this graph is going to cross this y-axis. So we know wherever it's going to cross, the x-coordinate is going to be 0 at the coordinates of the point where it crosses, because everywhere on this line, the x value is 0. So we know the coordinates are going to be, if I draw some brackets like this, and so it doesn't touch this line, it could be down here, or it could also just touch it at the top. So the turning point could be exactly on the x-axis, in which case there's just one x-axis intercept, not 2. So there are 3 different cases. Sometimes your graph will have 2 points where it crosses the x-axis, like here. It might just have 1 point of crossing the x-axis, or it might not cross it at all. So sometimes this 4th step you don't need at all. Okay, but anyway, we've sketched our graph. Let's check it on Desmos. So I'll put in the graph equation here. Okay, so if we have a look here, you can see we've got the right shape. The coordinates of the turning point, the maximum point, are 2, 2, which is what we said, and it crosses the y-axis at 0, minus x, like we said. And if you've gone on to find the x-intercepts, you can check them here. Okay, so now you know how to sketch quadratic graphs by completing the square. All you need to follow are these 3 key steps, and sometimes maybe this 4th one as well, in order to sketch them. Thanks for watching. Here's another video I think you'll like.
Okay, this was a fun video, right? There is a lot of learning materials on YouTube. Okay, you can watch it. Next, solving the problem of quadratic function. So, the first example, the quadratic equation, which is x squared minus 5x equal to 0, has root of h and k, where h more than k, a. Find I, the value of h and k. Number 2, the range of x squared minus 5x more than 0. And B, by using the value of h and k from AI, form the quadratic equation, which has root h plus 2 and 3k minus 2. Okay, the first question, the value of h and k. So by factorization, by using the calculator, you just insert the x squared minus 5x equal to 0. Then you will get the answer, which is x equal to 3 and x equal to 2. So since h more than k, so h equal to 3 and k equal to 2. Next, the range of x squared minus 5x more than 0. So the first one, since we know that x equal to 3 and x equal to 2, and since the equation is more than 0, then the inequality will be like this. So the range is x less than 0 and x more than 0. Next, B, by using the value of h and k from AI, form the quadratic equation, which has root h plus 2 and 3k minus 2. So how to find? First of all, you need to find the value of this and the value of this. So h, we know it is equal to 2 and k is we know h equal to 3 and k equal to 2. So 3 plus 2 equal to 5 and 3k minus 2 equal to 4. So sum of the roots is 5 times 4 equal to 9 and product of roots is 5 times 4 equal to 20. So the equation can be formed by using this formula, which is x squared minus sum of roots x plus product of roots equal to 0. So the equation is x squared minus 9x plus 20 equal to 0. Next example is the quadratic function f(x) equal to negative x squared plus 4x minus 3 can be expressed in form of f(x) equal to negative x minus 2 power of 2 plus k, where k is constant. The question asks to find the value of k. Okay, this is the solution. This solution are using completing the square, where in this part. Okay, you can refer to the completing the square formula, okay? Then after done the completing the square, you got the answer. So this answer, you must compare it with the equation given. So this is the answer. Fx equal to negative x minus 2 power of 2 plus 1. And compare it with equation, which is fx equal to negative x minus 2 power of 2 plus k. So the answer is k equal to 1. Next, B. Sketch the graph for fx equal to negative x squared plus 4x minus 3. So step 1, we must identify the value of a. So a is equal to negative 1. So the shape of the graph will be u. And step 2, fx equal to 0 to find the roots where the graph intersect with the x-axis. So the answer is x equal to 1 and x equal to 3. And step number 4, from fx, we can get the second formula in the equation, we can get the maximum point, which is 2 and 1. Then we got all the information that we need, so we can sketch the graph. This is how the graph will be, which is A is the maximum point, and B and C is the roots, where the graph intersect with the x-axis. Okay, that's all for today. If you have any question, you can ask me through the WhatsApp. Okay? And don't forget to answer the question given. Okay? See you next time. Bye.